Well, we're here in the boot room following a fantastic win over the Millers with a jubilant Jim Bentley. Jim, you must be absolutely delighted with that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's we haven't had many games this year, when it's a tight game where we've scored the last minute winner. We did quite often last season, and I keep going on about a fine line in football, and sometimes you fall below it and sometimes you go above it, and today, thankfully for us, we've nicked the winner right at the end. I'd probably be even honest, I think a draw was the fair result. I think they were a little bit more sharper than us, won the second ball more than us first half, created better chances, but we've defended well. They got into good areas. I think McCready and Haynham were outstanding at back. Baz, when he was called upon, dealing with the crosses, because we knew what we were going to come up against. They're a big strong physical side. Rotherham, they get the ball in the box. They had the win first half, although that swirled around a little bit second half. But we stood up and we were counted, and that's, when in football you fall below that line and you don't do the things expected of you, similar to Monday, which was the most disappointing result in the last 2 years since I've been in charge. When you have a go and you want a response, they've certainly given me that today, and to beat a very good Rotherham side, in the circumstances, a player against his old club and last minute or injury time winner. It's just given us a right boost, and it's very pleasing.
Well, you said you wanted a response from your team on Monday following the disappointment. Then you certainly got it.
Yeah, that's right. I think right across the team, everyone's stuck at the jobs, worked extremely hard. Can't really single anyone out, but. As I say, they're a strong physical side, and when they load that ball in the box and the second balls to be won and things like that, I think all over the park we're getting blocks and we're working hard. Our football obviously can be better at times, we know it can be better, but it's difficult when you're trying to break up in the back and get on. It's bobbling here, there, everywhere, and sometimes you've got to play the conditions. We didn't play them as well as what we might have done on Monday. Having said that, we always try and play football, and that's what we work on. And we tried in spells today. I think they have as well once they've got it forward. But everyone stuck to the jobs. I asked the question of them, give me the result today. I want to, even if you got beat, I want loads of passion and desire and all that. That was the way I played, and that's what I expected of them today. And that's certainly what they did. And sometimes you get your just rewards for the hard work that you put in, and we got the results today because of the hard work we've been putting on in, not just this week, but right throughout the season. They're a great set of lads. They give me everything. Yeah. They can in games. They don't want to lose games. They all feel it. I can guarantee you that. Yeah. No one feels it more than me, and we've been wounded by the Wickham game because I want to finish as strongly as possible. I keep saying that, and it was important that we got something out of the game today, and we've got it because of the hard work that they've put in. Whether we deserve to win, it's a different story. I think they can probably had the better chances, a little bit sharper than us first half. Second half wasn't much in it, got a little bit stretched at times, but sometimes you pop up with last minute winners, and it's always nice.
Well, we'll talk about that last minute winner in a second, but I think it's interesting that we seem to have got some really good results against the top teams this season.
We've had some good results against the lower sides as well, but it's football, that's what happens. You don't just raise your game in particular games because these are the so-called big boys of the league. Fleetwood come here and beat us 4-0. They're one of the other big boys of the league. It's been a funny, strange league this season where anyone's capable of beating anyone else. It's that tight. I still think 50 points is going to be the what you go down on this season probably, because new manager at York, Plymouth new manager, Aldershot new manager, Accrington going out and strengthening with 4 or 5 good players. I watched them the other week, they were outstanding against Wimbledon when they beat them 4-0. So there's no easy games in this league. No. You could beat Rotherham, but obviously we got beat by Wickham in the last game, so you beat Exeter away 3-0 and get beat here 3-0. That's the way it's been this season. It's a little bit of a roller coaster, but the team who win it, probably Gillingham or Port Vale have been the most consistent throughout the season. That's what it's all about. We know on our day we're capable of beating anyone. We've got a little bit of everything in there. We are stretched body wise. We picked up another couple of injuries today, and sometimes that's the risk you run, but fortunately long term injuries we haven't had it this season, but when called upon them as a team and as a squad, you know, they've got a great togetherness, and sometimes you get your results and you just rewards for putting all that hard work in, and that was certainly the case today against the good, what did you say, one of the top sides in Rotherham.
It certainly was, and you talked about the fine line, and let's call the fine line today Kevin Ellison, as he just popped up with that header, just that looping header at the end where everybody's heart was in the mouth, and it went into the back of the net. And
that little moments of silence in football, it was it's, you know, that's what we're all involved in a game for. It makes the hairs on your neck stand up. You know,
will you be having a word with him about his celebration afterwards?
Well, again, he's a passionate lad. It's his old club. He's just scored in the last minute. You know, to nod one in the injury time against your old side. It's everyone knows Kevin Ellison. He's very, very passionate, and he enjoys winning, and he's a little bit outspoken at times. But you know, I've played against him loads of times. I've had run-ins with him. I know what he's all about. That's why I made him my first signing, because I know what he can bring to the team. And you know, he's enjoyed the goal. Everything else I don't want to comment on. I just think it's a great day for him. You know, and he's deserved it for the hard work he's put in to score against your old team, and in those circumstances, good header as well.
Yeah, and the fans were giving him some jip before the goal, so all the sweets, I would imagine. Well, we love him, and you know that. 3 games to go. We're on 55 points now. Are we going for the maximum 64?
Exactly, yeah. Every game we go into, we try and win. There'll be different circumstances, different players playing. But every time we go over that white line, we're organised and everyone wants to give it their all. Sometimes they'll disappoint and they won't do the business or do what's expected of them. And sometimes that happens in life. You have a bad day, I have a bad day, players have a bad day, collectively they have a bad day, individually have a bad day, and that's certainly what happened against Morecambe. But going into the last 3 games now, we've got a derby match coming up against Atkinson, which we always want to win. They've obviously had the upper hand on us over the years, certainly since I've been here. We beat them early on in the season in the Johnston's paint, but we go there, we'll expect a tough game. Won't look too far ahead, we'll just go into that one and try and win it, because you know, it doesn't matter whether I'm playing Sabutio, 5-a-side, playing 1v1 with my kid in the back garden. I want to win every time, and certainly that's what we instill into the players here. And you know, we'll be going into the last 3 games trying to win each one of them and get as high up the league as we can.
Well, we'll look forward to that. In the meantime, enjoy this evening, and congratulations on a fantastic win. Thank you.
Thank you.